Hey guys, thanks so much for being here with me today for this reading. I'm really excited, and I feel like I say that every reading, but maybe I'm just really excited to read anytime I get to read for you guys. But we have 4 piles here to choose from. As always, timestamps will be down in the description box. Today we are going to be looking at your love connection, and we are going to get all the juicy details that you need to know. I don't know what else to say, so I will leave you here to select your piles, and I'll see you there. Bye, guys. Hey Pile 1, thanks so much for being here with me today for your reading. I'm very excited to get into your love connection and what you need to know right now. Go ahead, if you have time, go get yourself a little drinky drink. I'm not sure if you can hear this. Get yourself a drink. Sit down somewhere comfy. Maybe you're driving and you put this on like a podcast. That's what I do with a lot of these. We're going to try and be pretty in depth, so strap in. So just to start off, I want to check what each of your guys' energy is towards the connection, as well as what you're both individually focused on right now in your lives, because that'll give me a bigger picture of what's going on here. So Spirit, Pile 1, what is Pile 1's current energy towards the connection? Pile 1's, okay, so we have green tea. And Pile 1's partner, okay, eucalyptus. And as far as what each of you are focused on right now, that is Pile 1. Okay, so perfect. And their partner's energy. Okay. And then I just want to see real quick the energy of the connection. Spirit, what is the current energy of the connection? Okay, so first things first that I've really noticed here, both of your guys' cards are really green and really fresh when I think of both of these herbs. Sorry, I was looking for the word there. I'm wondering if maybe there was some sort of argument or disagreement between the two of you recently, or maybe some of you guys have even been on a little bit of a break, but I mean like a true break, not a break where you're like seeing other people and you're like trying to get over each other. I mean a break where like you've taken some time from each other for maybe a week or so because of an argument, and recently you're trying to like talk to each other, get the energy flowing back again. Because on your side, I feel like you guys are definitely more focused on yourself right now, in an energy of self-care, or maybe you're like cleaning your house. You're trying not to put so much focus on the actual physical relationship right now, even though in your subconscious and like maybe what you're not showing people, you are genuinely really focused on this relationship, or at least you're just really focused on your love life in general. But I think you're trying to like stay mindful, because I wonder if this argument was kind of about something that relates to like your future, or what you both envision happening, or maybe even the timeline of how things should happen in your life and in this relationship. But even though you're really like deep down you're thinking about what happened here, you're definitely not trying to make it your whole life right now. You're trying to stay distracted and keep up on your responsibilities. Maybe you're going to work and you're just like, frick it, like life isn't going to stop moving, I've got to keep going. But maybe at night or whenever you're alone, your mind just kind of goes back to this relationship or this argument, this disagreement, whatever it is. And you're kind of like deep down really hoping that things can be reconciled between the two of you, or you can find a better path moving forward. And I definitely do think your partner is feeling this right now heavy. I feel like they might be on the side where they might be a little bit more moody at this time because of whatever argument you guys had. This person is definitely more focused on reconciliation between the two of you. And I kind of like, I'm thinking like sad puppy dog right now. They're like, you're my person. I don't want to be without you. I don't know what to do without you. Not in a codependent way, because I do see that this person is definitely focused on success, whatever that means for them. Maybe they're working on a business, or they're really busy with work, or they're trying to get things in order. Maybe you guys had an argument about this person not being focused on the relationship, and now they're really reconsidering and they're seeing things more from your side right now. But something that this person does have in their card is purity. And so that kind of tells me that whatever happened here, it wasn't with malicious intent, and they are trying to get rid of any doubts in your mind that you can't trust this person, or that they're not like all in here. And I do feel like if you haven't seen each other for a while, this person is really, really excited to see you next. They really are looking forward to being in your presence. I just feel like this person misses you quite a lot, and you might actually be kind of putting this person on their toes because they see you doing really well, and they don't like they're not a mind reader. They can't see that, you have times where you're struggling with this break too. But this person is like, oh, they've got it all together without me. Maybe they don't need me. I need to get my ish together. And I think some transparency between you guys would be really helpful, just to calm this person's nerves down. And I do get like a sense of like exercise. I wonder if you guys both exercise quite a bit, or one or both of you are turning towards exercise just to help keep your mind off of each other. That was just a quick little side note here. But as far as the energy, I'm losing my voice. I'm so sorry. As far as the energy that's actually like in this connection between the both of you, we have the wish card. So I feel like at the end of the day, both of these people, you and your person, want to get back together or work through whatever grievance happened. And that might require some compromise. And I feel like the space between you guys has really been that saving grace almost for this relationship. It's like giving you guys time to really see how much you truly love each other, how much you don't want to lose each other. And I do get this sense that like there is going to be a compromise between the both of you. We're going to have to see more with more cards, but right now I definitely do get the sense that things are wanting to be worked through, and you're wanting to both find a way forward to make this work. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot portion. I want to see what your person wants to say to you right now, and then we'll go from there. What does Pile 1's person want to say to them right now? Pile 1's person. Okay. Oh, we've got the Four of Wands. Yeah. So I feel like right now this person is definitely in this energy of wanting to prove to you a longer term commitment. Like they want the house, they want the relationship, they want the marriage, they want children, whatever, whether that's fur babies or real babies. This person just really wants to express to you that they're in it for the long haul and they do see a very long-term future with you. I feel like they've been feeling either left out in the cold, or they're just feeling your absence really hard, and maybe that's something that they didn't fully recognize prior to this gap in your relationship. Not in a way of like they thought that they could live without you, but I think now they're really realizing like, wow, Pile 1 is my person. I don't want to spend this much time without them ever again. I don't want to cause doubt in their heart. And I need to come clean about like what I see for our future, how I want this to work, what I'm willing to compromise on. I think this person just really sees you as a forever person right now. And with this card, there's like, it looks like lightning bolts in the back and it's raining, And I feel like this person is like, weather the storm with me, please. Like, let's get through this rough patch and let's see. And there's a rainbow on this other card. So yeah, it's like, weather the storm with me. Let's get through this and let's see the other side. Let's see the rainbow after the storm. Things can get better. This doesn't have to end. Let's really sit down and build something together. And I feel like this is all you've really wanted from this person. And it's like, well, why is this coming now? Is it just because of this break? Like, what is going on? And I think this person is just like, I've been so focused on like worldly pursuits that I might have taken your energy for granted. I might have taken like what you do for me for granted, or your love in general for granted. And now they're kind of like, okay, you're right. I do need to make some sacrifices here. I do need to get serious about my future, and I want that future to be with you. I want to see what is happening next in this connection. What is happening next? We have the Vessel reversed, which in traditional tarot is the devil, so the devil reversed. It gives me this feeling of like breaking free from shackles. Whatever has been holding this person back, or whatever's been holding back your relationship from truly evolving, is going to start deconstructing. Maybe you guys, like, I get a sense of talking, like you guys are finally gonna have this chance to really lay everything out on the table, whatever you each have been worried about, whatever, maybe like there are tiny grievances. I'm thinking in like a rom-com where the two characters are like, you annoy me when you sing in the shower, and then the other person is like, oh yeah, well you annoy me when you pick your nose. And it's like, at the end of the day, those are actually the reasons why they truly do love each other, It's like they're comfortable with each other despite these annoyances. And I feel like it's going to be really eye-opening for the both of you to realize that you can really be your authentic self and still receive love. Like, this person doesn't expect you to be a perfect version of yourself. They just want you to be whole in yourself and know that they love you no matter what. I feel like this is going to be a big relief of any insecurities the two of you have had within this relationship. And I think it's going to be a moment where you guys can really see what might have caused problems and have a breakthrough moment of like, wow, if we just do X, Y, and Z, these issues would get easier, or my insecurities would start to fade away. Like, there's going to be a moment where you're able to just kind of like really see the truth and purity from each other, and see that both of you want to make this work, and you're both willing to do what it takes to make this work. I want to see what this person loves the most about you. We've got two cards. So we've got the Five of Wands reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. I feel like this person really loves the fact that you don't hold grudges, or you're willing to put your issues aside for the greater good, like to see a different side. You're willing to let go of your ego to see where another person, or in this case, your person, is coming from. And I think, like, if there have been some ego-charged disagreements here, your person really appreciates that you don't want to just continuously fight about something, you want to reach a solution. You might get in little tiffs here and there, but at the end of the day, you're really focused on resolving things, resolving conflict and communication. But also I'm hearing like your person does really find your fiery energy whenever it happens, like really attractive. They might like when you set boundaries, actually, like when you kind of stand up for yourself and you're like, no, I won't be treated like this, or no, I expect this, I want this from a relationship. That kind of like turns your person on in a way, and they're like, yeah, that's my lady, that's my man, that's my monarch, if you're non-binary. I don't know. I also feel like this person appreciates that you're willing to be really vulnerable with them. Maybe this person kind of has issues sometimes sharing their true emotions and understanding what they're feeling, whereas you, it just kind of comes out a little easier, and you're very vocal about how you feel about certain things, and it kind of helps them understand because you are able to be really articulate and explain where you're coming from. So it's kind of like both of you guys have good communication, but I feel like this person would say that they learned a lot of their communication skills from you. And I do want to say, like, this person sees you not only as their friend, but like the one and only, it's like people always say marry your best friend, and I feel like this person is just like, I've got the best friend and I've got the partner, what else do I need? And I also feel like maybe you guys haven't pressured this person to do what they're not comfortable with. Like maybe this person in the past has dealt with people who are very pushy about wanting to take things to the next level, whatever that means. And I feel like you've been really gracious and understanding with the pace that this relationship moves for this person and you. And I feel like they just think that the waters can remain really calm between you guys, even if you are going through a rough patch. I also feel like if you have not painted this person as in a bad light during this separation, they really appreciate that, because sometimes couples can get into tiffs and then they just like one or both of them will go and like tell their friends or their mutual friends about whatever they don't like, and then they'll get back together and have to apologize to each other. And I feel like this person has spoken to your mutual friends, not about the tiff between you two, but just like to see how you're doing. And the mutual friends are just like, oh yeah, like they said you guys were going through a rough patch, but they didn't really say what happened. And I think this person appreciates your private nature and like sees that as respect. Like you're good at keeping what needs to be private, and they really value and respect your decision to do that. I also, for you guys specifically, I want to see what needs to be healed between this relationship. Like what can you guys work on between the two of you? So we have the pelican, which is representing the emperor, and I immediately heard like control issues. So I wonder if one or both of you are kind of like, I'm seeing this scene where if one person in the relationship wants to go out or spend time alone, like the other might take it personally, and that might just stem from like past issues with past relationships or insecurities, whatever. And I feel like it just got to a point in this relationship where one or both of you were being pretty controlling about the other, or maybe even like borderline codependent to the point where it was turning a little toxic. And I think what's needed right now is the knowledge that love, like truly loving someone, is knowing that it's a choice, it's a choice to come home to the person that you love. It's a choice to choose to love the person that you love. And it requires a lot of trust between the two of you. And like, maybe some communication or some boundaries could be needed here, but having the trust to know that, like, if this person says they love you, then you need to accept that, and to not try and prove or have them prove that they love you by, staying with you 24/7 or not talking to their friends or whatever it is. I'm not saying that you're like controlling like that, but I just know there have been issues with like relationships in the past where I think that's pretty common between people, and it's a lesson that they have to go through. It's almost like you need to let go of the reins a little bit, like both of you in certain aspects, and to just allow each other to be who they are, and then assess throughout time whether this is the relationship that you truly desire, because no one likes to be controlled. No one likes to be told what they can and can't do. And it's just better for everyone if we just kind of like let go of the pressure, see what happens, express our boundaries, express our needs authentically, and see what happens through action. Because action is like honestly the best way to really assess someone's level of commitment towards you, and everyone's level of like what they're willing to commit to is very different. And no hate, no shade. I'm someone who, like, just to use an example, I'm someone who likes a lot of communication, likes to spend a lot of time with my person, but I'm also very independent. When I'm at work, but I know there are some people who require lots of time in order to feel safe in a relationship, and that just frankly wouldn't work with me. And so maybe you guys are getting to a point where you're like, I'm not sure if this is going to work long term because we have these differences. And I think that's where that communication piece and that compromise that we were talking about earlier is going to be really helpful. And then just assessing throughout time to see, who keeps their end of the bargain, so to say, or who's willing to do what, in a long-term aspect, and then assess what the next steps are here for you personally and what works for you. But it's time to just kind of like let go of control and either accept this person for who they are or decide if it's something that you're willing to continue. So now I want to move back to Oracle cards, and I want to see what guidance Spirit has for the current place that this connection is in. So, what guidance does Spirit have for this connection? Okay. With emergence, I think Spirit is bringing to your attention that there might be some unhealthy patterns in this relationship that really need to be worked through. Maybe that's that controlling aspect that we were talking about earlier. And I feel like there's just this need to kind of get, to put it bluntly, to get a little real with yourself about what's not working in the connection versus what is, and how both of you can work together to bring more positivity between the connection. And some of these things, like one or both of you might not like hearing, but it's honestly necessary for both of you to grow. And because the combined energy in this connection is wish, like there's definitely a commitment and a willingness to do what you can to make it work. But I do feel like this connection for a time might have brought out a lot of insecurities between you two. Like maybe you're going through something astrologically between the two of you where your relationship is being tested, or your insecurities are coming out on both hands. And it's something that is coming to the surface in order to be worked through, because I feel like these tendencies or behaviors, these patterns are something that are going to repeat throughout your relationships, whether or not you work it out with this person. So it's kind of just like a choice whether you're willing to heal this together. But I do feel like if you both are committed, which it does seem, to working through these things, it can absolutely be mended, and you guys can definitely have the relationship that you picture in your heads and the closeness that you want. And I do think it's time to let go of old patterns and behavior, because it's unfair. Like, if this person or you are holding behaviors against each other that stem from past relationships, like, maybe it's time to really let those go and to really assess what you need to do to recognize that this person in front of you is not the same person as your past who hurt you, and work towards getting to a place where you can really see the person in front of you for who they are and not what you might accidentally be projecting onto them. And that's hard work. Like, that could require more than just, having a single talk about it and going about your merry way. That can take several weeks, months, maybe even a year to really work through these issues. Or maybe you even need to see someone on the side. If couples counseling isn't your style or you're not at that point yet, maybe individual counseling or, whatever you can do. But these things can be worked through, and they're coming to the surface to be worked through. And now I just want to close off with a couple questions from your partner. So strap in for questions from your partner to create deeper intimacy. So we have, what part of our relationship needs improvement? Yeah, like this person is really serious about making this work between the two of you. What else, Spirit? Questions from their partner. And these can be good journal prompts too. If you're not ready to kind of talk about this stuff with your partner yet, sometimes getting it out on paper can help you just to kind of gather your thoughts and see what you really want to talk about. We have you ever had your heart broken? So definitely some past energies that we've been talking about. That might be things that you need to be talking about with your partner, like, I do X, Y, and Z because of this, but I need to get to a point where I can release this. What can we do to make me feel more comfortable in this relationship? One more. Oh, you guys got two. We have you ever broken someone's heart? So that could go along with that message too. And then, how do you express love? Yeah, like love language. All love languages are very important with how we express love and how we receive love and how we can better give love to our partners. But pile one, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, feel free to give me a like, feel free to comment, and feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you join me here at Tarot Moods. But for now, I'm going to leave you be. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Thanks so much for being here with me today for your reading. I'm excited to get into what we have stored today to see what's going on between you and your person. I don't really know what to say ever in these intros, so I feel like we should just go ahead and get started with the reading. We're going to start off first by seeing both you and your person's current energy in the connection. So Spirit, what is Pile 2's current energy? What is Pile 2's current energy in this connection? Okay. And what is their person's current energy in this connection? Okay. So, on top of that, I'm going to see what each of you are focused on right now in this connection, or in general, sorry, not in life, or not in this connection. I'm all jumbled. I'm so sorry. What is Pile 2 currently focusing on most in their life? Okay, this is taking a while, so I'm going to take off the top. Okay. And their person. What is their person currently focusing on? Okay. Okay. So you guys are actually kind of focused on very similar things in your life right now, and the energy between both of you in this connection I feel is going to be very similar, because as far as how both of you guys are feeling in this connection, it's very similar. But let's pull a card to see what the energy of the connection is right now. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of a newer connection, or if there has been some sort of re-sparking between the both of you guys, whether you've been seeing each other for a while and that romance is coming back alive between you two, because both of you guys are honestly, as far as what you're feeling in this connection, both of you guys are feeling really lovey-dovey between for each other. Sorry, I'm getting my words twisted, so I wonder if both of you guys make each other nervous, which does kind of remind me of a new connection. As far as how you're feeling about this connection, I think you guys are coming at this from a really healthy standpoint. I don't think you guys are trying to rush anything. I don't think you're trying to project something onto this person, as far as this person is going to be my end all be all, or this person is perfect. I think you're doing a really good job of staying grounded right now and focusing on balance. Balance is a really big thing here, because I feel like some of you guys are healing through something right now, whether that be emotionally, maybe physically. You guys are doing a really good job of taking care of yourself, but also trying to nurture a connection with this person. And overall, I feel like you guys are really working hard to maintain peace in your life, or to reach a point in your life where you feel very balanced. I'm not sure if you heard my cat hiss at my other cat just now. And I do feel like this person makes you feel very peaceful. This person doesn't really make you feel thrown off, if that makes sense. This person is adding peace to your life in a way, even though the connection is exciting. It doesn't make you feel like you have to be something that you're not, or that you have to work towards gaining this person's affection. I feel like this person is just affectionate towards you just because they like you, and it's not something that you have to chase after. I feel like this is a very new feeling for you in love, because this person just accepts you and likes you for who you are, and they're not expecting you to overcompensate for them. And that's really refreshing. I do get a really refreshing energy from you and how you're feeling about this person and this connection. You could feel like you are healing through this person. If you've had some really bad relationships in the past, this person is kind of coming in with, I'm hearing fresh laundry, the smell of fresh laundry. They just feel very bright and new, and an energy that you haven't really dealt with before. And I feel like they're also helping you feel like you can do whatever you need to do, and there's not going to be a weird energy. If you need to focus on something for a while, it's not they're going to be oh no, you can't do that. I feel like this person is very accepting of you and where you're at and what you want and the pace of this relationship. They just honestly enjoy being around you. And I think that is helping you to relax and step more into your authentic energy. Whereas I think in past relationships, you might have had to either put on a show, or you knew that if you did X, Y, and Z, it would make this person or this past person or this past relationship, it would make them uncomfortable, and you almost had to be a shell of yourself. But around this current person, you feel like you can just be authentic, and they're not going to judge you. They're not going to make you change. They just kind of accept you for who you are. And it's interesting because the last pile we had herbs, like both the cards were represented by herbs, but in this pile, both of you guys are represented by flowers. And I feel like you're able to really grow with this person, or you feel like you're really able to grow with this person. And I think you're just really happy with where you're at right now. As far as how your person is feeling towards you, I definitely feel like they are feeling a large pull towards you, or like they want to know more about you. They want to see what makes you tick. They want to sweeten you up, like they just feel very giddy around you, like kicking their feet, smiling all goofy. They just feel really happy to see what could happen, what could blossom, if I dare say, between the two of you guys. And I do get a mirroring, like relaxed vibe from this person. I do feel like you guys are mirroring in the sense of like, maybe you haven't felt this way about a connection in the past, and you like both of you feel like you can really grow and evolve in this connection and not be judged by each other. I think this person kind of like wants to look good for you. Maybe they've started working out, or maybe they're doing their hair differently, or they just, whenever they see you, they want to look good and they want to make sure you find them attractive, even though I feel like you're not the person to judge off of those things. I feel like this person is just like really inspired by your energy, because it doesn't feel like they're coming from an insecure place. I'm just thinking of like, in like old 80s films, when the mom is like, it's a divorced mom and she falls in love, or she doesn't fall in love. She gets asked out on a date and she's getting ready and she's just like, oh, I'm putting effort into my appearance for the first time because I feel motivated to, I don't know, like that's the energy I'm getting from this person. I think maybe they might have been feeling a little dull, or maybe burnt out, or kind of like lost before they started talking to you, or before this connection got its spark back. Your energy is just really motivating to them to be the best them that they can be. And not in a way that you're the only person that, like, you're the only reason they're doing this, but in a way of like, oh wow, like this person is inspiring me to take care of myself and to look good and to really love myself. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Like you're inspiring a lot more self-love in this person, and they're wanting to just kind of glow. It's kind of like, since you guys are both flowers, when you're like really taking care of a plant and they just start to flourish, they start to grow, they start to look beautiful, just like a flower. I feel like this person is feeling nurtured by you, nurtured by your energy or your attention or whatever, and it's really helping them grow and glow. And I think they really look forward to the time that they spend with you, the time that they get to talk to you. I think this person has a lot of sweet energy towards you. Like if they were to describe you, they would say that you're really sweet, or I don't know. And it's like, if this person didn't have a sweet tooth before, maybe they're developing it, energetically towards a sweet person like you. I just feel like both of you guys are really flourishing here, and it's definitely something that you maybe haven't really experienced in the past. And it seems because both of you, for you, you've got in your life, you're focusing on success, and for this person, they're focusing on wealth, so like finances. And I feel like you're inspiring each other to just do better for yourself and to create goals and to go after your goals, You guys are both probably pretty motivated people who are excited to really grab life by the soil, so to say, and, make it work and make what you want a reality. I think it's really refreshing that both of you are having a healthy mix of like in your personal lives, you're focused on things outside of love right now, but whenever it comes to this connection, you guys are both very focused on each other, you know? Because I feel like sometimes there can be an imbalance where one person is focused on more material things, even though they have a really good connection with this person, and then the other person is only focused on this connection, both in the material and between the two of you. You know, I hope you understand what I mean, but I feel like there's just a very healthy balance of like, I have things that I need to do, but I'm choosing to create space to have you in my life, which is really beautiful when you think about it. And it's really cool because the energy that you guys are currently sharing in the connection, we have waves. And that talks about just kind of like letting go, following your intuition, and seeing where things go. That's why I do feel like this might be more of a newer connection, or you've like recovered from some sort of lower point in your connection. You both are kind of willing to just go with the flow, see where things take you, and you're both just kind of happy to be along for the ride, if that makes sense. You're not putting pressure on this relationship, but you guys are recognizing the positive feelings that you both bring to the table and bring towards each other, and you're excited to explore this newness, this new spark, this new connection, whatever it is for you. So let's go ahead and start with the tarot portion of your reading. So I want to see what this person would like to say to you if they could be completely honest. What would pile two's person say to them? So this is actually really interesting. I thought we were going to get some deep, lovey-dovey, gushy, mushy feelings here, but this person is actually like their energy is sitting me down and they're like, look, because we've got the maze in reverse, which represents temperance in reverse. This person is being really realistic right now with this relationship, and they're just kind of like, I don't want to get my hopes up. And I think they're wanting to tell you, I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous. You and this connection make me nervous. Not that you're someone I'm nervous about, but just in the sense of this is all really new to me. And I don't want to be impulsive about things. I want to take things slow. I want to be smart about this connection. You know, they're very I want something real, and I could see that happening with you, and I want to make sure that there's a good foundation set before us. That way things don't just go too fast and they crumble, because I feel like this person could be or could have been in relationships where feelings got swept away, and then one thing leads to another and it's gone just as quickly as it started. And I feel like this person is trying to be very smart and almost borderline strategic about how this relationship progresses, and they just want to let you know they care a lot about you and they could see a deep future with you, but they don't want to be stupid when it comes to love. This person has been hurt before. This person has been there for the flings and the short-term lovers, and this person is at a point where they're like, I don't want that anymore. I want serious love, commitment, and I need to be cautious and I need to be careful with who I let see my heart, and they feel like they could open up to you, and that this could be the real deal, a long-term partnership, but they're just, taking things slow, and they're testing the waters, and they're getting to know you authentically and slowly, and trying to build a foundation brick by brick with you. That's what they would want to let you know. As far as how this person is feeling about you right now, what is this person feeling? It's interesting because I feel like this person wouldn't necessarily say this to you, but because we're doing a tarot reading, we can just kind of say their true feelings. This person might have some insecurities about having to fight for you. This person worries that maybe they're not your number one choice, or that there's other people in the picture, especially if this is a newer connection. Maybe they're nervous to have that, like, what are we talk, or if it's not at that point and you guys literally just met, they're just like, oh, are they seeing other people? Am I, someone that they could see developing feelings for? Like, there's a lot of up in the air, and I think this person, I think they want you to know that there's not anyone in the picture that they would compare to you. They're not really looking elsewhere right now. They're really kind of set on you and wanting to develop this connection, but I think they are nervous about the what ifs in this connection, and who you might be seeing, who you might have feelings for, whether your feelings are deeper for them versus this person. But I feel like this person is just kind of playing it cool right now and just testing the waters, because I think this person understands that time is the only thing that will tell what's true and what's real. And so that's why they're not really like saying, hey, I have these insecurities. But I do feel like this person is just like, am I enough for you? Am I what you would choose? And do I bring enough to the table? Like, am I interesting enough? Do you enjoy spending time with me as much as I enjoy spending time with you, et cetera, et cetera? And it's clear from the energy check that you guys both do enjoy each other's company. But I do think this person might be worried about who out there might steal your attention or affection. And yeah. I want to see what is happening next for you guys in this connection. What is happening next in this connection? Okay, so this is kind of disturbing because things were going like really well here. We have Judgment, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Two of Cups reversed as far as what's happening next in this relationship. Or this connection, sorry. I feel like with Judgment, you guys are going to be speaking some truths to each other that maybe make you uncomfortable or make you really have to think about what's going to be happening next, Like, maybe you're seeing each other's flaws for the first time, or maybe there's something coming to light that you guys need to discuss. And I feel like this doesn't necessarily have to mean like end all be all, but I do feel like this might change your perspective, or it might cause you guys to have to kind of take a second or take a breather from the connection and have to really assess what you feel you should do with this information. It could honestly be like, you're getting to know each other deeper, and maybe there's some traumas that this person has to express to you. Like, I'm thinking of like sexual traumas, if you're getting to that point where you want to do the deed, and maybe this person is like, hey, I really like you, but X, Y, and Z happened to me, and I am just really not comfortable with that yet. And I don't think, that's why I'm saying like this doesn't have to be an end all be all. I just feel like it's a point in the relationship where you're having to pivot, or you're really seeing each other differently, not in the sense that you're not attracted to each other, but you're just facing some information like this. It does feel like this person is being honest with you. I don't feel like you're going to be finding something out, or you're going to be, something traumatic happening. But I do feel like this person is going to be honest about something, and it's going to cause you to have to think, and pivot from there, whatever that means for you. Like, maybe this person gets a job offer and you're having to move away from each other, and maybe that means like you have to figure out long distance, or maybe something comes out and you're just like, I think we would be better off friends, And I feel like this energy is understanding, because I think you're going to appreciate the honesty, or they're going to appreciate the honesty, whoever is sharing whatever. But I do think there's going to be a moment where you're kind of like, okay, what is next then? And you might need some space or some time to really figure out what is next, you know? And maybe like that's why this person came out with temperance in reverse. Like they don't want to, I'm almost hearing like this person doesn't want to get too attached to you, even though they like you a lot. It's like, I wonder if there's just something that they need to talk to you about first that makes them a little on edge, and they're just like, I know this might not be a great, like a comfortable truth, but I respect you and it needs to be out in the open before you commit to me. Like this person is very logical, and I think they respect you as a person and your feelings way too much, and they would be comfortable with you just knowing everything. And it's hard because it's such a general reading, but I feel like there's just a truth, an uncomfortable truth that needs to come out. And I don't think feelings are going away on either of your guys' side, because Two of Cups is very much a feelings card, but it could just like change your feelings, or you could like you move out of the honeymoon phase and you're like, okay, this is a person, this is a real person with flaws, and love is a choice, and am I willing to accept them for these flaws, I want to see what guidance Spirit has for you around this situation. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for pile 2 about this truth? What guidance do you have for them about this truth? It's thinking. Okay. So I feel like no matter what happens here, whatever you discuss, Spirit wants you to know that you are protected from anything. We have the card of protection here. But I do think there is a focus on like, what do you need to do to make yourself feel better? Is this something that you're truly uncomfortable with? Is this something that you really can't make work between a partnership? What do you need to do to protect yourself, protect your mind, protect your feelings? I think Spirit definitely wants you to put yourself first, whether that be, just continuing to take things really slow with this person, or maybe just deciding that you're better off friends. That is something that is up to you. But whatever decision you choose to make, Spirit says you are protected, and you know yourself best. You know what works for you and what doesn't. And you shouldn't feel ashamed or scared to put yourself first and to think of yourself first in this situation. Lastly, I want to pull some questions that you could ask your partner for deeper intimacy. So, Spirit, what questions can pile 2 ask? Or maybe these are questions that this person wants to ask you. We have, what is one thing you think is unforgivable in a relationship? Yeah, so I wonder if there's just like demons from the past or something. Very interesting. What part of our relationship makes you the happiest? Does our relationship reflect your parents' relationship in any way? Do you believe in love at first sight, and have you ever experienced it? So, I'm sorry that it got pretty serious towards the end. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm really sorry. Overall, like, if you want to facilitate this conversation with this person, I feel like they'd be open and very honest with you, because I do think that they're not trying to hide anything from you. Like, this is something that they want to talk with you about before things get too serious. It's up to you, honestly. I do feel like at one point or another, whenever like things start to become a little bit more serious, this person is going to open up anyway, about what's on their mind and what they want to talk with you about. But if you're just the type of person who's like, let's just talk about it, then feel free to facilitate this conversation. But I do feel like there's something that this person is nervous about sharing with you. But I don't think they're willing to lie to you. I think this person is definitely ready to be honest with you about something. But if that resonated with you, pile two. Maybe you'll have some messages in pile one. Pile two. If you like this reading, feel free to give me a like. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to comment. I love reading comments. But without further ado, I'm going to end this reading here. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye, Pile 2. Hello, Pile 3. Thanks so much for being here with me today for your reading. I'm excited to look at what's going on between you and your person. So the first thing that we're going to do starting out, we're going to pull a card to see where you're at with this relationship / this person versus where this person's at with the relationship and you. My cat wants attention right now. And then we're going to see what you guys are both focused on in your individual lives outside of this connection, or maybe it is this connection just in general. And then we're going to see what is going on between you two, like the energy of the connection itself. So let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, where is Pile 3 right now with this connection? Okay. And where is Pile 3's person? Okay, that shot out very quickly. What is Pile 3 focused on right now in their life? What is Pile 3? I'm losing my voice. What is Pile 3 focused on right now in their life? Ooh, okay. And their person. These always take a little bit longer. So I'm gonna choose from the middle. Okay. And as far as the connection between the two of you, where is this connection at? Interesting. So I do want to say, I feel like this group specifically has been in a long-term connection, or you've been around the block with this person for a very long time. And I'm saying that because as far as what you're focused on marriage. And I don't know, I just get the sense that this is a very committed relationship. So if you're just kind of getting to know someone, I don't know if this reading is going to necessarily resonate with you, but let's just go ahead and start with you. I feel like you would say that you've learned a lot through this connection or with this person. I do get a sense that you've grown with this person, you've become new with this person, and you still found a really genuine love between the two of you throughout all of the different stages that you've been through. And I feel like you would say that you found your forever person. And I think that's why you are kind of focused on marriage right now. I think you're ready to kind of take a more committed step in your relationship. Or if you guys are already married, maybe you guys are looking towards kids, starting a family, whatever that means for you. Maybe you're welcoming a little fur baby or a real baby. Maybe you're wanting to start looking at buying a house together. And I do feel like that is kind of reflected with your person right now, because they're more focused on wealth and their card says resilience, transformation, and wishes. I feel like this person really wants to maintain a provider status for this relationship, or at least they have stepped into this energy where they really want to start providing a better life for the both of you. And that's why I'm getting a higher level of commitment, like buying a house or marriage, etc. I feel like this person has been a little bit more focused on work or getting finances in order, and you have kind of been their rock, that support system that they really need to continue thriving and to continue putting in the hard work. I wonder if you guys are a little bit more of a homebody versus your person is a little bit more outgoing or just extroverted maybe. And if they're not an extrovert, they're just someone who has to be around a lot more people than you. But I think you are feeling very content in the relationship right now. I think you're feeling loved, you're feeling supported, you're feeling at home with this person. And I think you're at a stage where you're kind of looking back at all the different stages you guys have had to go through. And you're kind of at this point where you're like, okay, so we went through this and that led to that. And this wouldn't have happened unless we did that. And I think it's helping you release any sort of insecurities surrounding this connection, or maybe like growing up you didn't have the best relationship with your parents, or maybe they got divorced and you kind of really felt hurt by watching that unfold, and you're now healing those wounds around marriage and commitment, and you're really seeing that you chose the right partner for you, and you're finding a new level of trust for yourself and trust in this relationship. I think you're really settling in with this person and settling in with the reality that this is a forever thing in your mind. And I don't mean like in your mind that you're the only one that thinks that way, because this dandelion person, dandelions, when I think of it, they are kind of like a hard weed to get rid of. And I personally love dandelions, but they grow everywhere, and they could literally grow in the smallest crack of cement, you know? And I feel like this person is solidified in the idea that no matter what you guys go through, no matter the ups and downs, like they're ready to take on life's challenges with you, and they're ready to like transform into this person that really supports you, supports your future, and they want to make your joint dreams come true. And I think this person would say like they don't want you to feel upset if they are having to focus a little bit more on work or pick up more shifts or whatever. They're kind of coming through and they're like, don't feel guilty because I'm doing this for both of us and it makes me happy to make you happy. This could be like a blue collar worker or someone who's just a little bit more like they take on more of a provider role in this relationship, and they never want you to think that they would get angry or resentful for doing this, because it's something that they genuinely enjoy. Like they enjoy providing, they enjoy like building things for you. If they're a builder, they enjoy bringing what you want into this reality. I definitely do get a more like acts of service type of person here. And it's interesting, I just noticed like on this uncovering card, we have what looks like, we have the Ace of Cups, and then we also have this little portrait of kind of like a granny, and I feel like this person just wants to say they find you so beautiful, and even when there's a song I'm hearing in the back of my mind, but I can't really make it out, but it's like, even when will you still love me when I'm no longer beautiful, like by Lana Del Rey, you know? They just want you to know that when you're old and gray and wrinkly, they still think that you're the most attractive person that they could ever be with. They are so in love with you. If anything, their love has grown to a point that they couldn't have even comprehended of feeling when they were younger, or maybe even whenever they first met you. Not saying that they weren't like in love with you when they first met you, but I'm just saying like they didn't realize how strong love could be and how it could grow and blossom and nurture them into a better person by knowing and loving you. That's really sweet. Oh my God. I think as far as the energy of the current connection, like this uncovering card, for some of you guys, and like this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. there's an energy of this person or you or both of you, since this is the energy of the connection, like learning from past mistakes, learning from what didn't work out, whether that be with past relationship partners or even in this connection, like the early stages of this connection. I think there is like a lot of reflection that's going on right now. And it's happening in order to create an even stronger bond and an even brighter future. Because this whole connection is really centered around love for each other, love for life, and just purity. And I wonder if there might be some like either insecurities or like shadows in the closet that just need to be talked about, you know? Nothing grand, nothing like relationship breaking, but just things that maybe like you two need to talk about or to discuss. So maybe there's like a need for a little bit more open communication about what you need. Maybe one or both of you are feeling really tired right now and needing something new in the relationship. And I don't think like this stagnancy is stemming from the fact that there isn't love. I think it's just stemming from the fact that like you're getting older, you're growing, and you both are working hard to build a future that works for both of you. And life can be stressful. Life is a lot. And sometimes there's a need to take a step back and say, I need to get back to what really fills my cup. And maybe that's spending quality time together, planning a trip, going on a trip. Maybe this is staying home from work one day to just recharge and watch movies in bed together. There's also a sense like maybe both of you are uncovering something new that really relights a flame in this connection. Not that it's dying out or anything, but like, if I'm gonna get spicy here, I won't get too graphic, but like maybe you're figuring something out in the bedroom that works for you guys, and it creates a lot more passion. Or maybe there's a new activity that you guys discover that you can do together that makes you feel healthy, makes you feel happy and full of life and joy, you know? I just feel like this connection is at a really healthy spot, and the only thing that could really make this better is just trying something new, getting out of the monotonous daily life situations and duties, and seeing what's out there for you, what's something that can be done to bring excitement to the relationship, you know? So if that sounds like your relationship, stick with me. We're going to pull out the tarot now and get a little deeper into this, shall we? First, I want to look at what your person would like to say to you right now, any messages that they would like to come through with. I feel like what this person would say to you right now is that they are feeling a little burnt out from just everyday responsibilities. Maybe their work life has gotten monotonous, or just the day-to-day ins and outs and routine has gotten monotonous. And if they're in a little bit of a crabby mood, or if they're just not feeling very energized lately, it might just be because they're in a weird slump right now and things aren't really exciting in their life, and that's kind of bleeding over into their emotions. And they want you to know it's not anything that they would change, because, you know, they like to be that provider. They like to give a life to you that you deserve. And whatever's going on in their work life, it wouldn't ever bleed into the relationship in a way where they would blame you for any monotony or anything. They just want you to know, and they hope that you know, that if they're tired right now, it's really just because of work. Or if they're low energy, it's because of work. It's not because of you. I just think this person is in a bit of a winter season when it comes to finances or when it comes to their job. And that just means that things are a little slower, or things are a little boring. There's not really expansive growth happening right now, but they are laying the foundation and they are setting the stage so that things can start to bloom whenever the summertime comes around, you know? not the literal summertime, but like the energetic summertime. And so they just kind of want to like let you know that they are feeling a little burnt out right now, but they still love you. Let's go ahead and see, what do I want to look at? What is happening next in your connection? What is happening next in this connection? Ooh, okay. Things are picking up, but what are they? What is picking up? So I wonder if something very exciting is happening for the more feminine energy in this connection happening soon. And I'm saying that because like we have the Eight of Wands, which is really quick moving energy. We have the Queen of Cups, and then we have the Weaver, which is the Page of Swords, but that's in reverse. And it makes me feel like the more feminine energy has been dealing with a lot of slow moving, kind of like brick wall energy, getting stuck, feeling mucky, feeling like there's not really like a set path forward, or if you're trying to manifest something, things just keep falling short, or you're just not feeling excited on your path yet, or you are the feminine energy. I'm getting all tripped up, but I feel like something is going to start shifting for the feminine energy in this connection to where life gets a little bit more exciting. So if I feel like the feminine energy is more of the oolong tea, which would represent you who's here for this reading, and the dandelion is a bit more masculine. Obviously, that doesn't have to be the case. Take what resonates, but that's just what I'm kind of picking up right now. I feel like because the dandelion person has been so focused on work and finances and trying to build things, they haven't necessarily been able to be there to add so much excitement for the feminine energy. And I feel like if you've been bored or like a little lonely right now, things are going to start shifting, whether that be like your own personal life starts to heat up. Maybe like I just feel like something new is coming in. A block has been removed. A new venture is knocking at your door. You're picking up like maybe a new hobby, whatever it is. Expect more excitement to come and things to start picking up in your personal life. If it's not just like the personal life, I feel like this could be talking about just like divine feminine energy in general in the connection. So nurturing, compassion, if you felt kind of disconnected from each other recently, or you've been feeling not very connected emotionally, I feel like that is going to start changing rapidly. One or both of you is going to feel easier, have an easier time feeling vulnerable with each other and expressing what you need, and being there for each other. I think any communication issues surrounding feelings or what you like, honestly, like touchy-feely needs, all of that is going to start being resolved very quickly. And I wonder if like one or both of you are just going to have a night where you're like, ugh, this isn't working for both of us. Like, not in a way of like this relationship isn't working, but whatever habits or routine both of you have kept up as of late isn't working. And you're just gonna have a frank conversation with each other to be like, what can we do to fix this? Because we're both not feeling well. We're both a little miserable right now. And we need to bring back some excitement. We need to bring back happiness in both of our lives. And you're working together to really figure out what the issue is and what you can do to change and make things a lot better for this connection. I want to see this person's current feelings for you. What is pile three's person's current feelings for them? I feel like this person might be seeing things from a different perspective. Like, I wonder if y'all had a little bit of an argument, or maybe not even an argument, but like a little tiff or a rough patch for a second there, and this person's perspective on whatever happened is changing. They're seeing things more from your side, and they're holding a lot more compassion for you. I think this person, maybe they even had a dream, because we have dream world here. Like, they're seeing things in a different light, and they're more aligned with how you view the situation. And I just feel like this person, maybe they aren't the type to say sorry, which, like, I know sometimes people can feel weird and egoic about that, but whatever. But I feel like you might notice this person doing things a little differently, and that's because they are seeing things from your side, and they're just like, oh, I might have acted a little out of character there. Oh, I might have jumped the gun a little too soon. And you will see that this person maybe feels a little guilty and they want to make it right with you. It does feel a little sweet. They're just kind of like, they were right. So I hope that kind of resonates. That was just like a weird thought that came to my head, because this card, the Dream World, isn't actually a part of tarot. It's special to this deck, so it's a unique kind of card. And that was the message that I really got from this one. I feel like this person is like, oh, they were right. I was wrong. Let me swallow my pride. To close off, I want to, I was getting a little ahead of myself. I want to see any guidance from Spirit for your relationship right now. Spirit, what is the guidance for pile 3 and their relationship? What do they need to hear right now? This deck is a little hard to shuffle. Okay, this one came out. We have Ocean Cradle. Such a pretty card. So I do feel like this is a message, especially if you resonate with that message of needing a spark back for you, as far as like the divine feminine energy needing like newness or something speeding up in their life. We have what creative dreams want my attention. So I wonder if you're starting a new creative venture, or one or both of you are being called to look at what you can do creatively together, what you can share, like similar passions that you can start together, what will help you guys be a little bit more artistic and tap more into that divine feminine energy. I think there's also a message here to not only encourage yourself, but to encourage each other to not put boundaries over what is possible. Like, I wonder if one or both of you struggle with seeing yourselves as limited human beings and seeing yourselves like in a sense of, oh, I'm too old, or oh, I'm too this or too that, or I can't do this. And Spirit really wants you to stop, or to really work together to not limit yourselves in what is possible for both of you. Because words are power, and if you say and you believe that you can't do something, then it's never going to be able to be possible. But if you start to change that narrative in your head, especially if you work with someone together to start really working on negative thought patterns, things will start to blossom in your life. And I just get the sense that you guys, like, and this is a story for so many people in the world, you start to believe that you've missed your shot, or things can't get better than it already is, so you have to settle. And I feel like both of you would benefit from having a conversation and being like, what do we really want? Like, what did we want as kids? What do, if all limitations were taken away, what is it that we really, truly would want to do? And then work towards encouraging each other on those dreams and those goals, and not limiting each other about what's possible. Maybe you have a conversation where you're like, okay, we're no longer gonna tell ourselves that we are, what's an example? like maybe you guys, both of you feel out of shape because you've had kids and married life gets stressful and work gets stressful and you've fallen out of the gym, and now you guys are sitting down and you're like, okay, we're no longer gonna make excuses. We are actually gonna get serious about this. We're gonna keep each other accountable, and we are going to make this happen for us. We're gonna get back in shape for not only our health, but for maybe aesthetic purposes. Like, we both want to feel good about ourselves. We want to be those hot 80-year-olds, like, I just feel like both of you guys could be really good cheerleaders for each other right now. And it does take a joint effort for sure, but I feel like it's definitely possible for you. And Spirit just wants you guys to have a little bit more of a positive mindset towards the goals that you want to reach, even if they seem like unreachable. Spirit doesn't want you to think about what's unreachable or what's impossible right now. They just want you to try and not give up. So now we have reached the final portion of the reading. I have this deck where it's full of questions that you can ask your partners, and it's just questions to create a little deeper intimacy, and I just find them to be really cute. So I'm going to pull 4 of those. Spirit, what questions can pile 3 ask their partner to create deeper intimacy? Oop. Okay. I feel like I'm guilty of always having cards fall down during my readings. Okay, so we have, is romance an important part of your life? Why or why not? We have, how do you express love? We have, what is something that you have always wanted to tell me? I think that's such a fun question because it's like, that could open up so many doors, and like, it could create a really positive memory, like maybe there's some embarrassing moment in their childhood that they haven't told anyone, but they really want to tell you, but they just don't want to be judged. I don't know. I just think that that's cute. And then we have you ever had your heart broken? Okay, so that is all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, feel free to like, feel free to comment, and feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you join us here at Tarot Moods for more readings in the future. But I'm going to leave this here. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye, Pile 3. Hello, Pile 4. Thanks so much for being here with me today for your reading. I'm really excited to get in to see what's going on between you and your person and your relationship. Let's go ahead and get started since I don't know what else to say. So, first thing we're going to look at is what your energy is towards the connection and what the other person's energy is towards the connection. Then we're going to see what you're both focused on outside of the connection, and then I got ahead of myself. Then we're going to be looking at what's going on, like the energy of the current connection. So without further ado, what is Pile 4's look on this connection? Okay. What about their person? Pile 4's person in this connection. Interesting. And what is Pile 4 currently focused on in their personal lives? Okay. And what about their person? What is their person currently focused on in their personal lives? These take a little bit longer to come out. Okay. And Spirit, what is the energy of the current connection? All right, so for you, we've got inner child celebration, open-mindedness. For your person, we have change, serenity, and beauty. The energy between you two, we have pixie dust. For what you're focused on in your personal life, we have marriage. Don't worry, there can be many meanings to that. And for your person, they are focused on career. So first of all, this is like a random message that I'm getting, and this is just random knowledge that I know. What's interesting is we have lemon verbena on you, and then we have pea flower, butterfly pea flower on your other person's side. And something, if you guys didn't know, when butterfly like pea flower is put into water, it's blue, right? Like when it's a tea, it's blue. But when you add lemon to it, it turns purple. And it's really interesting that there's lemon and pea flower here. I feel like you guys coming together was a great change for both of your guys' lives. I get the sense that there's something you're meant to do together, something that you guys might share creatively. Like I'm imagining two very creative individuals coming together to work on a project or to create something together, and both of you guys have very individual ideas that then come together to create a masterpiece, which is really cool. I wonder if you guys work together or will work together in the future. There's just something here about like you guys are meant to come together and blending energies, blending personalities, not in the sense of losing your own individualness in each other, but whenever you really like someone and you hang out with them often and you start to pick up little cues of their personality, or I know in some cases best friends, when they're around each other too often, they start to look the same, It's kind of giving me that energy, like two peas in a pod, two claws cut from the same fabric. And when you come together, it almost completes something. It completes a cycle. It completes, it has purpose. It has meaning. As far as where you're at with this connection, I think you're just happy to go along for the ride. I think you guys aren't putting a lot of pressure on this connection. You aren't creating fantasies about where this could go. You're kind of just open to receive whatever the universe has to offer, whatever this person has to offer, and you're pretty content with where you're at right now. I think you might be a very creative person, or you are working right now to tap more into your inner child, and all that means is looking at things that you did when you were a kid, trying to bring back that spark, trying to have more fun, feel more free, not be afraid of the world or what people have to say. There's also like a sense of detoxifying here. So I wonder if you're detoxifying yourself from a bad habit, or you are saying goodbye to past energies. You're transmuting any toxic patterns you have, toxic people, toxic places. And I also think you're feeling a lot more energetic these days. You're feeling like going and doing more things or trying new foods, so to say. You're open to really anything right now, which is a beautiful energy to be in. And as far as what you're focused on outside of this connection, we have marriage. And I mean, it could mean if you've known this person for a really long time, you're ready to take the next step in the relationship, whatever that may be for you. Or it could just mean you're marrying certain ideas in your life. You're bringing together two halves of you to make one. You are combining ideas with action. You're collaborating with people. I think if you're not having fun at this point in your life, I don't know if this reading is for you, because you're coming off as someone who's really focused on having fun with people, having fun in this connection, being yourself and connecting to the joys of life. As far as where this person is at with this connection, I think meeting you or being involved with you has really sparked a lot of changes in their lives. I think they are seeing brighter days. They are seeing the gentleness of the world. I would say like maybe you've tapped into this person's heart space in a way that they really haven't experienced in a really long time. I just feel like there's a lot of newness happening for this person, a lot of new feelings, a lot of changes with how they see the world or see where their life could go. And I think there's a calming peace that they experience when it comes to this connection. They're kind of right there with you, where they aren't feeling pressure to move things quicker than they need to be. They feel at peace with where you guys both are at right now. And I think that's something that they've worked really hard to accomplish. And I think it's important for them to maintain balance in their life. And I think they're seeing beauty in places that this person hadn't seen before. Like maybe through your connection, you're helping them love their flaws, or through your connection, you've just inspired them to be more positive and to see things more on the lighter side. Because I do get a sense, since this person is focused on career right now in their personal life, this person is a busy bee. I think they don't have a lot of downtime, but when they do, they feel like you have helped show them how to take a breath, how to relax, that it's okay to not be on the go 24/7, that self-care is important. And I think talking with you, like if they've had a busy day or if they're going through something, it really helps them calm their mind, and they just want to say thank you for being an outlet for them and caring so much about what they're going through. As far as pixie dust here, there's a couple different messages. I wonder if this relationship is kind of unconventional, or there's a reason that a lot of people could be talking about this connection. I feel like one or both of you might be wary about the opinions of others or the opinions of the world. But I think there is an energy in this connection of choosing to be different and choosing to do things that make both of you feel happy, and not running away from a good thing just because it is different or it's unconventional. I can't ever say that word. Unconventional. I can't grammar. I can't do it. I'm also thinking of that saying, faith, trust, and pixie dust. Whenever all of Tinkerbell's friends are getting ready to do something challenging or they need support from each other. I think this is coming to show that you two can overcome hurdles, and anything coming in between the connection or making this slow down or making this not happen exactly how you would want a connection to happen can be overcome just based off of the love and the care and the commitment that you two share. I also think if there's something that needs to happen, like if you guys are at a physical distance, if you're wanting to close that physical distance, or there's just a block that makes it so that you can't spend time together, or a block that makes this relationship a little bit more difficult, I do think Spirit is coming through to say that there is going to be an opportunity or a solution to that issue. Like I'm thinking of a long distance partner spontaneously getting a job offer in the city where their other partner is, or if someone is working lots of overtime and can't be home all the time to spend time with you because they're trying to get a promotion, they will end up getting that promotion, and then their hours get a lot better and it's a lot more manageable for the connection and to spend time together. But whatever's going on here, I think both of you are in a really healthy mindset here. And both of you are kind of in this energy of like, we can get through these complications. I'm comfortable with how things are right now. It's not ideal, but it won't be forever. And you're just both choosing to focus on what's positive versus any issues or any negativity. Choosing to not think about the what ifs and instead live in the moment. So if that sounds like your connection, stick around. Let's get into the tarot portion of the reading. I'm going to look at how this person currently feels about you, what they would like to say to you if they could, and what's going to be happening next in the connection. So, Spirit, how does Pile 4's person currently feel about them? How does Pile 4's person currently feel about them? And what would Pile 4's person say to them if they could? And lastly, what is happening next in this connection? what is happening next in this connection? So I feel like the person you're here for reading about, I think they want to give some context as to maybe how they've been acting, or like, especially if this person feels a little withdrawn, or they feel overburdened, or they seem like their head isn't always focused on you whenever they're around you. I think that's coming through because they want to say, that they're sorry that they have been focused on so many things and they haven't been able to be there as much emotionally as of recently. Because I do think that this person feels very burdened right now with responsibilities. They feel very busy, and they feel themselves pushing the limit towards burnout. But they want you to know that they really wouldn't have any of this any other way, because I feel like this hard work or whatever they're doing, it's for their future, and because they see you a part of their future, you're one of the things that helps motivate this person to keep going and to keep pursuing what they're doing. I think you've been a really healing energy for this person, and I think they feel like they feel as if you could be there for a very, very, very long time for them. And they want to set up a future that supports a relationship the best that it can. And that's why they're not going easy on themselves right now. Like, they might need to take a break, but they know that this push won't be a forever thing. This is just a temporary energy that they're having to get through. And to them, it's absolutely worth it, because especially if you resonate with maybe long distance or the promotion thing, you'll know your situation. I think this person knows that if they accomplish what they set out to, that just means an easier connection between the both of you in the future. So they're willing to sacrifice a little bit of time right now in order for a much better future. And with the Ace of Wands here, I think this is going to be a bit of a tone shift, but they want you to know that they find you extremely attractive. And it takes almost everything inside of them not to get distracted by you and to not just want to push everything to the side and be with you. I think this person loves your guys' intimacy, whatever that means for you. I'm not going to get into it because YouTube guidelines. This person feels like you light a fire inside of them that no one else has really done before. They feel feelings for you that they didn't know were possible. And I think meeting you really helped solidify that what they were doing was purposeful, that they were on the right path, that things were going to be okay. As far as what this person might say to you, I wonder if they've been having a lot of dreams about you recently, or they want you to know that if you do dream about them, it's like their higher self coming through to say hi and spend time with you, because even when they're sleeping, they're just like, oh, I want to spend time with my person. I think this person considers you a dream to them. And they might even imagine having kids with you, because there are two little moons here on this card, and it's like a big moon for mama or daddy, and then you have the little moon, the little baby. So I wonder if this person does imagine, if you're like at that level with this person, I wonder if they think about what your little ones would look like, or having a family with you. They would also say that your kindness, compassion, vulnerability, like everything about you is something they've never experienced before. And it's almost like the best of both worlds they feel with you. I think they would say they didn't imagine someone could be as perfect as you for them. I think they wished for a very long time for a soulmate connection. And when they met you, it's almost like you checked off every single aspect of the person that they had in mind. You make them extremely happy. You make them feel understood in a way that they haven't been, maybe even from their own family. And they feel so grateful and blessed to know someone like you and to have them have you in their lives. As far as what's happening next in the connection, we have the Three of Swords reversed and then the Three of Wands upright. I feel like this is indicating any sort of separation, any distractions, any pain that's been going on in this relationship is going to be healed. Whether that means you are closing the distance, whether that means distractions are going away, apologies are made, reconnections are made, you are going to start feeling a lot more stronger with this person and a lot more connected than you ever have been with this person. And I think you're going to see that this person really does follow through on their word, and they truly do see you as one of the biggest priorities in their life. Now we're going to close off with a guidance card from your spirit guides. So Spirit, what guidance do you have for pile 4 and their connection? We have the Rite of Passage. So this just kind of tells me like the light at the end of the tunnel is coming here for this connection. The hard times are wrapping up. You've gone through a period where your love or your loyalty has really been tested with each other, and it's time to swim out into calmer waters. It's time to experience bliss. It's time for maybe you guys even take the next step. I also get the sense that you guys aren't going to be feeling alone in this connection anymore. You're coming more into a union energy where you will be together, you spend more time together, and things are a lot calmer and a lot easier in this connection. I think Spirit is just saying to keep holding on and trust yourself when you believe that you can get through this difficult time. And trust the feeling in your heart that you are being led to much greater places with this person, despite what others may say or despite projections or the opinions that others may have. Now I'm going to pull some intimacy cards for a deeper connection with your person. This is just questions you can ask your person to create deeper intimacy. I like them. I like reading with them. So Spirit, what questions can pile 4 ask their person? What questions can pile 4 ask their question? Or ask their question, ask their person. These are coming out a little slower, so if it takes longer, I'm just gonna select randomly. Okay, I'm gonna select this one. We have, how do you express love? I'm gonna take this one. Describe the last time you were in love. We have, how do you wish I expressed my love for you? Goodness gracious. And last but not least, when you're upset, do you wish for me to give you space or be present with you? So, pile 4. That is all I have for you here today. If you enjoyed this reading, feel free to give me a like, feel free to comment, and feel free to join us here at Tarot Moods for more videos in the future. I'm going to leave this reading here. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye, pile 4.